Today on Plant-Based Kidneys Kitchen, we are making lower potassium and lower sodium guacamole. How are we doing that? We are making it with green peas instead of avocado. I know it sounds super weird. I found this recipe online on Forks Over Knives, and it has really good reviews. So some people are allergic to avocado. Avocados are high potassium. It doesn't mean if you have kidney disease that you can't have regular guacamole. This is just going to be an option that uses green peas instead of avocado, but all the other flavoring and ingredients are the same, so it can still give that feel. So first thing is we need a food processor, and you're going to take 2 cups of frozen green peas that you have thawed. So you can either have let them, thaw in the fridge, or you can run them under, in a colander over water. So we're going to add that to the food processor along with a 1/4 cup of lime juice. And then about 1 teaspoon of garlic that you've minced up. And then seasoning wise, the only seasoning is a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. So we will add those 4 ingredients to our food processor, and we are going to blend that up. Okay, that's it for this part. So now what we are going to do is we want to add this pea mixture to a bowl, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. This is something, if you want to give it a try, it can always be used as a dip or a spread or something like that for toast or for crackers or for rice cakes, really anything that you would normally use avocado or guacamole for. You could try this out instead. Great. So let's get this all in here, and then we will add our remaining ingredients. So that is going to be, I chopped up 4 green onions. You can use, this is probably about a 1/2 cup portion of chopped up onion. So if you only had red onion or you prefer white onion, then you can use that instead. I have about 1/2 cup of chopped up cilantro. That. And then tomatoes, 1 cup chopped. You can make this even lower in potassium if you use red bell pepper instead of tomato. But I chose to do tomato. Give this a stir. And then, make sure you can see this. The other thing that this calls for is you can add a little bit of salt if you want. I think it's best to let it sit for about 30 minutes in the fridge, let the flavor combine and develop, and then see if you have to add some salt. But it does call for about a teaspoon of some sort of hot sauce. So whether you like Cholula, this is a jalapeno pepper hot sauce. It's a little spicier. You could leave this out altogether if you wanted. If you don't want to add that heat, you could do chopped jalapenos if you prefer that. So just add 1 teaspoon of whatever hot sauce you like. Give it a stir, and the directions say to leave it in the fridge for 30 minutes. That way the flavors can really develop. So for the matter of keeping this video short and not keeping you on here for 30 minutes just so we can see how this tastes, I'm just going to mix it up and try it now. And then just so you can see too, the recipe makes about 2 cups. And so 1 portion will be about a 1/4 cup of the mixture. So that's about a 1/4 cup of our pea guacamole. So this portion per serving, or nutrition information, is 40 calories, 2.5 grams of protein, 8 grams of carbohydrates, 2.5 grams of fiber, 125 milligrams of potassium, 40 milligrams of phosphorus, and it's a negative 0.5 PRAL or potential renal acid load. So compared to regular guacamole is usually around 205 milligrams of potassium for the same portion. So it helps keep it lower, so maybe you can enjoy a bigger portion. It's low in sodium. Even if you sprinkled in a little bit of salt, it's still going to be low sodium. And then if you have it with tortilla chips, then you want to get low sodium or unsalted tortilla chips. That way, overall, the I guess this would be a snack, is going to be low in sodium and low in potassium. It's good. Yeah, I would say you don't have the like fatty creaminess that you have with guacamole, but the consistency, the texture, the flavor, it's very, limey. If anything, I would say I'd put more spice in it, put some jalapenos or add some more hot sauce to it. But overall, I'd say a quarter cup is a pretty good portion to consume. You might only have, 1 or 2 tablespoons if you were going to be putting this onto, a piece of bread for like a pea avocado toast, or if you were having it in a sandwich or in a wrap. But where it really adds up guacamole potassium wise is usually if you're just eating like chips and dip. So at least this is a way that if you have kidney disease and are on a low potassium diet, remember, not everyone with kidney disease needs to follow a low potassium diet. But if you do, then at least there's this option made with green peas, which are a legume and starchy veggie, give some plant protein, some fiber, and it's just another option. So if you guys give it a try, please make sure to put how you like it in the comment section. I will link to the original recipe. Again, I found it on Forks Over Knives so that you have that. But I hope you guys enjoy and you can try it for Super Bowl this weekend.